He's in the garden, yay! That means it's time for this month's garden update. Is it a farm update? Is it a homestead update? Is it a garden update? What are we? It's a very existential question.
That's a big word. My
Yes.
head hurts.
Since you're in the garden, let's start there. It's been 4 weeks since our last update and some things have started growing. I've spent a lot of hours continuing the bed prep, moving wood chips into the old pathways, weeding, cutting down the cover crop areas. And you can see I've still got a long way to go. Okay, you should know what this stuff is now because we've talked about it twice.
Weeds.
No. Try again.
Onions.
No.
You know, I was joking around about the weeds, but I kind of thought they were onions.
Not onions.
Whoops.
Garlic.
Oh. Oops.
They're actually doing pretty well.
As far as weeds go.
They're getting big. They're not weeds. Last year, this area was my pumpkin patch. This year is going to be a little different. I'm transitioning it into a perennial berry area. This is the guy that gave me that idea. This is an elderberry plant that just came up on its own last fall. And I thought, if it wants to grow here, I'm going to let it. I also went ahead and transplanted about 4 more elderberries in this row. So we'll see how they grow over the next couple months.
That's not a weed?
No. Here's a weed though, and it's going to tie into our next Brian Tries a Treat segment. Those are violets, wild violets that have also come up on their own. You want to try one?
I have to go get my drink. I'm getting smart.
I can't believe he's actually considering the idea of trying a wild violet plant. I'm not going to make him do that. I've got something better in mind. Do you remember what this patch was last month?
Asparagus.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. This is a nice fresh one. They get sweeter when you cook them, but even raw, they're delish.
You say everything is delicious and sweet and yummy?
Would you rather do a violet?
Yes.
Seriously?
Maybe.
We're going to add this to the list of potential treats because I still have one more to add that you'll be able to select from.
Potentially banned?
Potentially delicious. Here's the main part of the garden. The rows are mostly ready. Today, I am putting in potatoes.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I even know where that came from. Over there, I've got parsnips. You want to try one of those?
No.
Not sure how well you can see this, but these were all onion bulbs that I planted. And they're coming up and they look pretty good. I am hopeful that I can keep the weeds down this year. Maybe I can get some onions. It looks like some of the radishes have come up. That's a good sign. There's also a lot of weeding to do. And over here, these are daikon radish. This is where I planted the spinach. And a lot of little guys are up, but they are going to get swallowed by these weeds if I don't get a handle on this. Add it to the to-do list. Clearly I missed some potatoes when I dug them up last year because I've got a bunch of volunteers coming up already. I'm gonna let them grow. This is where I planted Jerusalem artichokes last year, and I never did dig up any of the tubers. I thought, well, let's see what happens. And I think that there were a lot of tubers I could have dug up because this is like a whole clump of a lot of Jerusalem artichokes. Here's our pack rat hotel. Still busy as ever.
Knock, knock.
We're going to be evicting them soon. Speaking of evictions, we did have another bit of excitement this past month. We had 2 barn owls that decided that they wanted to take up residence in our cupola. Thankfully, they hadn't created a nest yet, so we were able to lock them out, and they have gone to find another home. I can't believe that they went under your legs.
They're big enough to where I could have just hopped right down and landed and flown off.
Like Harry Potter?
I was gonna say Falcor, but okay.
Okay, shall we head over to the high tunnel, and that's where you'll get to see the third option for your treat for the month.
Okay.
The sassafras trees are blooming.
I mean the root beer trees.
Yeah, they smell really good. This is a redbud tree, and it is also blooming. Gotta love springtime. Yeah, it's a little warm. The last of the fall planted crops will be coming out shortly to be replaced with the summer veggies. My little carrots are starting to grow. They're still pretty small, but I think some of them are actually gonna make it. The turnips are starting to form. Maybe in another 4 weeks, we'll be harvesting those too. There are a couple things in here ready for test running.
I'm happy for you.
You should be happy for you. Lettuce and spinach.
Tried that already, it's gross.
The lettuce or the spinach?
Both.
That's not what I wanted you to taste anyway.
Okay.
Dum da da dum. Beets. No. These are radishes. I have to do that again.
No, you don't.
Dum da da dum. Radishes.
I'm still beating it.
Here we have it. 3 choices for your monthly treat test. What'll it be?
What has the highest chance of success?
Asparagus.
Knowing my palate.
Asparagus. By far the sweetest of the 3. He's gonna do it. Wait. You have to give your honest opinion though. If you like something, you have to admit it.
I promise you I will. Oh, too bad. Can't. Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Really?
What's wrong with you?
It's asparagus.
Oh, it's disgusting. No.
Do you want to try it one more time just to make sure?
At least it doesn't have an aftertaste like the last thing. The dandelion. Man, that just punched you afterwards.
Okay, well, do you want to try either of these then, since the first one wasn't successful?
Okay, fine. Just to get it out of the way.
Try the violet, because that might not be around next month.
Okay, that's this, right?
The green leaf, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty gross too.
Okay, thank you for playing. Brian tries a treat.
Cheers.
I officially release you from the rest of this month's update. Bye-bye. Outside of the garden, there's a lot of prep to be done before planting starts. These are the plants that I bumped up, and they are gonna go into the high tunnel starting next week. Here are a few more, including my sweet potato slips. Each one of these slips will turn into their own sweet potato plant.
I approve that message.
You actually do like sweet potatoes. Oh look, there's your bad boy. Once I plant the ones outside into the high tunnel, I'll start moving these outside to harden them off to get ready for planting in the main garden. Here's a fun aside. These are from last year's crop, and they are still good in the middle of April. Winter squash is amazing. Here's a fun little update. We got to rescue a snake from a chicken coop a few days ago. That was fun. Take a look. We're the cavalry for a change. There's a snake in the chicken coop, so we're gonna see if we can catch it and relocate it.
Yeah, he kind of is heavy. Oh, you lost his egg.
Oh. We've got a bucket down there. Yeah, that's just a rat snake. Oh, let me get a look at him.
I kind of can't. Oh. That didn't go too well. Get we go.
He's big.
There we go.
Ah, let go.
Safe and sound.
Let go.
He's tight on there. Where's the other side? Where is he? Ooh, don't get mad at me.
All right, I got an idea.
When in
Takes care
doubt,
of
just
that.
put the whole thing in.
No problem.
That's a rat snake.
Yeah.
Chickens are so cool.
She's soft.
She is soft. Brian, you should pet her. You're gonna fall in love with chickens.
No, I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Okay, it's time to relocate the snake. Be free.
Off you go.
Bye-bye. Hope to see you again. Eat the mice around here.
Please.
That was fun.
That was actually surprisingly easy.
I got to pet a chicken. My poor little orchard is in sorry shape. Some of these trees are hanging on, but the deer, because this is not fenced in, use it all winter long as a munching ground, and everything in the middle has just been munched down to nothing. It sure is fun to see signs of life, though, in these little trees that seem like they might make it for another year. This is going to be a future enormous chestnut tree. One of these years, the orchard might bump up on the priority list, but right now it's just not there, so these trees have to fend for themselves. Oh well. Mowing season has begun. You can see it's definitely a constant work in progress. Oh, someone didn't clean his bad boy. It wouldn't be a good month if I didn't get more wood chips. This is where some of those wood chips went. You can see that the currants and the gooseberries are starting to leaf out. The blueberries are on this swale. I lost a couple this past winter, but I see a bunch of them are leafing out. They're not dead yet, but they're not looking great either. So hopefully this will be the year that they take hold and start growing. As you can see, there is a lot going on here on the homestead, and there's a lot to do over the next month. Stay tuned to see what happens over the next 4 weeks and if anything actually gets planted. In the meantime, thanks for watching.
That wasn't the worst thing you've made me try, but it was still gross.
Thank you for admitting it. Delicacy. Does that mean you want to try some more?
No, I'm good, thanks.
If you enjoy our videos, we'd really appreciate it if you would take a second and subscribe to our channel. Thanks. And until next time, like our farm sign says, just keep growing.